I don't even know how I got to where I am now. I don't even know where I'm going to. I just know that I'm enjoying the journey.
Welcome everybody to episode 26 of WatchRoss. I'm not going to say it's the one where, because we don't know what's going to happen in this one because we're filming it ourselves, Hop. Petch can't be here because he's going for a job interview. Not because we've sacked him, but because he's got another job that's not vlogging with us that he doesn't like, that he's going to try and swap. So we might be speaking to Petch later. Apart from that, Hop, what are we doing?
We're going to see an old university friend of mine, Mr. Dan Hatfield, who a very successful businessman.
Yep.
And off the back of that has been on a star of a TV show, reality TV show, Posh Pawnbrokers.
I am interested in anything and everything.
And he's now producing a new E4 show. So we're going to have a good catch up with an old friend, and who knows, like you said, we don't know what's
Anything could happen. Let's hit the road. I reached out once again to Steve Bartlett, a guy I've spoken about a few times on the vlog. We had his videographer on the vlog a couple of episodes ago, Dodds.
So this is the guy who inspired me, like I said, to start WatchRoss.
And I was like, look, Steve, I know you're massively busy. You're probably never even going to get this email, but I constantly interact with your content. Would you be interested, or would you do us a favour and, you know, do an interview for our vlog, for WatchRoss? Not expecting to get a reply. 10 minutes later, I get a reply, and he's like, Ross, one, I always see you commenting on my stuff and engaging with my content. Two, I know what it's like when you don't have anything massive to offer in terms of, like, you know, in return yet, he said in brackets, because he knows the potential of WatchRoss. He said, but, you know, I know what it's like when you want to get the guest. So yeah, I'm up for it, but just promise me when you've got 1 million in your audience, you pay it forward and you pay it back. And I'm like, definitely. And that's because I'm constantly, he only did that, I think, because I'm constantly engaging with his content and offering him value, like we said on the last vlog, not really asking for anything in return up front. I've given him support on social media for about a year, maybe plus, and it's only now I'm asking for something. And that's why I think we're getting it. And you were saying, Hop, before, that how good it feels when we get comments on this vlog.
Yeah, and that's what's really opened my eyes, is the fact that getting those comments and people actually taking the time to say thank you and that they're inspired and things like that. And I thought, excuse me.
What was that?
Little cough.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I've been watching so many people's vlogs and content online, and I've never actually engaged with them or said thank you.
Yeah.
Generally because of a feeling of lack from an actual place where...
As in, like, what, you don't have anything to offer
like,
them?
What does it matter what I say? They know it's good. Or that place, and what does it really matter?
Oh, it matters so much.
And I've realised...
Because the thing is, they don't know it's good.
No, they don't. They're doing it and they're putting it out there. And it's already just since that realisation in the last 3 or 4 days of me just engaging with more people. One, the feeling I'm getting about and the responses, people genuinely grateful.
Yeah.
For it. So it's, I can't say enough. Just if you watch something, you love it, tell people.
Tell people. It really matters. If you're watching this vlog and you're like, oh, you know, what have I got to offer in a comment, or they're not going to be bothered if I watch it. Just know we care, like, so much about every single person who spends the 30 minutes a week watching this. It blows our minds to think that there are people out there who are giving us half an hour of their time a week, enjoying and getting value from what we're doing. And please leave a comment under this, share it on social media. If anyone shares our vlog on Twitter or Facebook, you know, tag us in it, you know, or reach out, take a screenshot of it. Tag us in it, hit us up at Ross A. Grant, at SJ Hotwood. Let us know you're doing it and we'll reach out to you and say thank you.
And DM us, again last night, I was just saying to you, a guy reaching out asking about business and whether he should go to uni.
Yeah.
And I just told him my experience, because I went to uni to do business. Did I see any value in it? Not really, but what did I get whilst I was there was a network of people, and to be honest, living on my own for 3 years, that was the big thing, not what I learned.
Yeah.
So I told him that, and I spoke about that he can, if it's just about information that he needs, he can go and learn that online, and recommended some things to him. I took that time. So anyone that wants to reach out asking those questions, we'll
answer. I respond to
yeah.
everything I get. Literally every comment people leave on the vlog I respond to. Every email I get I respond to. It might take me a bit of time. But yeah, just know that, like, your opinion matters. I guess we're all a little bit insecure in that nature of going, I'm going to put this out. Yeah, I do think it's good and it's of value, but I really hope people like it. And it's just lovely to hear, you know, when people do. So so do reach out, and we'll absolutely reply and interact back. Top
Awesome.
Top vlogging. Say hello to the vloggers.
Hi, vloggers.
What are you nervous about?
Well, it's just that going into that kind of situation, it always seems a bit forced to me. Do you know what I mean? When you go in and you feel like you have to impress the people on the other side. But I'm just going to take what you and Sean have been saying throughout the vlogs with me filming you, and take all that wisdom, straight up fire.
Straight up fire?
Fire. Just take the straight up fire to the interview, Petch, and it's guaranteed job.
Absolutely. You've got to visualise. The job's already yours. You've basically got to say to yourself, what I say to myself every time before I go into an audition.
Nailed it.
Are these words. I say, everything I need is within me now, and I have the courage to see it through. I was walking down and just nail it.
Whenever I have something like that, I close my eyes and just go, amaze me.
He always says
And
that's his affirmation.
That's
amaze
it.
me. We sound a bit weird, but guys, like, this
No,
is
it works.
it works. Just works.
Awesome.
Sweet. Right, mate. We'll catch you in a bit then.
See you later, mate. Good luck.
See you in a bit.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
So we'll catch up with Petch in a bit. See if he gets his job. It's in the bag, innit?
It's nailed.
Nailed on. Right, let's go see your mate Dan. Listen, apologies for this, because I should have filmed the lasagna that we've just eaten. Petch, we need you here, obviously, to film the cutaways. This is Dan. Welcome to the vlog.
Thank you.
Dan, TV producer, salon owner, nursery owner, serial entrepreneur. It's a bit loud in here. We're going to talk to Dan back at the salon about all of these ventures, and Hop's going to get his hair cut once again. I'll get a coffee in a minute. Right, we're in Dan's salon. This is probably like the coolest salon I've ever been in my entire life. And E4, is it E4 going to be doing a show? So E4 going to be doing a show here called the Super Salon, is it?
Yet to be decided, but yeah, the Super Salon. The
Super Salon, very soon, so you can be seeing a lot more of this place. We've got 20 minutes till the Hop is getting his hair cut properly. His choice this time. And we just thought we'd have a little chat. Dan, I mean, how do you come up with the concept for this kind of place?
Well, do you know what? I've no idea. My sister kind of came up with the idea. We went to New York and we saw these blowout bars that were, you know, there were quite a lot of them in America. But she basically came up with the concept and persuaded me to write a big check for her. So we did it together. She is a creative force behind it. It's a nice place. It's fantastic. She still tells me off because I still dye my hair with Just for Men, because I think I'm not paying the prices that they charge here for a bit of hair dye on the sides, but she'll probably kill me for saying that now.
It's literally amazing. I mean, it's got a bar here. There's like sunbeds down here. There's a massive salon. 40 people work here. Literally incredible. And you're a serial entrepreneur. You're creating multiple businesses. You're now going to TV. You're a producer on this new show. I mean, how do you keep, or maybe you don't, how do you keep your focus on all this stuff?
I don't have any focus whatsoever. I think that's probably helped me out. The fact that I don't become too obsessed about one thing in particular means that I move on very quickly. So I'm not sort of obsessing about making something absolutely perfect, which in itself sounds like perhaps I've not got my eye on the ball, but I have, because I always find that in the pursuit of excellence and perfection, you don't achieve it. So we do things a bit chaotically, and it always seems to work out. I think the main thing is that, you do things that you're interested in. I've had jobs before where I've not been interested in actually, the day-to-day dealings of what I do. But here, I just love it. And yeah, I'm not a hairdresser. I don't have a clue about beauty, but I do know what good customer service is about. So that's what I bring to the table, and the money. And yeah, we just do things that we enjoy. The TV production side is something that I've always wanted to get into. I've always enjoyed television and how it's made, and I did a show called Posh Pawnbrokers, which has now led me on to TV producing. So we're looking at doing a show with E4 about the salon. It's going to be very aspirational. It's going to be about people that are perhaps they've got a lot of ambition in life. They want to there might be people that, have had a bit of a heartbreak going on. There might be people that have suffered, an illness or something like that. So they'll come into the salon, we have a chat with them, and the next thing you know, they're transformed, they're ready for their big night out, they're ready to move forward, and you'll see lots of crazy, weird and wonderful staff as well, including me and my sister. So it should be interesting.
So I didn't know this, right? I've obviously not spoken about this before. That just makes it even more legit and credible, though, going, actually, this isn't just a regular reality show where we're just going to make people look daft, or, people are going to have controversy, etc. If you're bringing people in and you're actually making a difference, maybe the people who've been through turmoil, face adversity, and what's the idea? You dress them up, make them look great, and then, give them their confidence back, I guess. Yeah,
I mean, the basic premise of the show is that we have customers that come on and they've at one point in their life something great or something terrible or something in between has happened, and they just basically want to get made up. They want to look their best, and they're either celebrating or they're putting a brave face on things. Either way, there's an interesting story behind it. It's difficult because we get so many fantastic customers that come into the salon that it's difficult to kind of pick a few. So at the moment, we're going through loads of different stories. We've got loads of fantastic customers that are going to be coming on the show. Yeah, it's basically about the customers, their story, their journey, and then we're thrown into the mix as well.
I love it. It's all about the people, isn't it, though? Everything, good entertainment. It's all about the people. Hop, you are dying to ask a question.
Always. So, obviously, I've known you for about 15 years now, and at uni, I can't get it right, can I? At uni, it was all about business, really. Well, we go out a lot, we have fun, but you were all about business. Could you just describe, I'm fascinated by, because when I heard you were doing TV and stuff, just tell us a bit about your journey into getting into TV and how it's all come about.
Again, it's just, it happened. I'm a big believer in synchronicity. I'm a big believer in, what you put out, you get back. Oh, this is perfect. So, yeah. So, I don't take life too seriously. I don't really care what people think about me because I'm grounded within myself. I know that I'm a decent person. And I genuinely think that, something good will come of that. So I don't even know how I got to where I am now. I don't even know where I'm going to. I just know that I'm enjoying the journey, and I just know that I'm doing things that I enjoy. A lot of things happen to me, and I feel it's for a reason. So, there's lots of things whereby I think the universe is sort of pushing me in the right direction, and I tend to not listen to my head anymore. I just tend to listen to my intuition, and I think that's sort of how I've got to where I've got, and it's hopefully going to guide me to a better future as well.
Awesome. I love it. Before we go get your haircut, because that's where the universe is guiding him into the hairdressing chair. What would you say? A lot of people who are watching this are over the last few weeks, sending us messages, going, actually, I've been watching the vlog for a while. It's episode 26. And you guys are out meeting people like yourself, Dan, who are inspiring people to maybe begin a business for the first time, but they feel completely underqualified. They feel like the world's against them. They've got no money. They've got no support. They've got no resources. It's like a very scarcity mindset, based around scarcity and not having enough of stuff. And I think these people don't realise actually how much opportunity they have got in this country. They have got with the internet these days. What do you say to people who are teetering on the edge of going, I want to do this thing, but my mind's trying to talk me out of it in terms of just starting something?
Setting up a business or doing something that you love can be absolutely terrifying because you're out of your comfort zone at that point. I think the problem with our society is that we're how can I put this? I think that we're not given enough freedom in terms of, it's a nanny state almost. So people are very happy to go and collect their wage at the end of the week, put their feet up, watch the X Factor and start again on Monday. And life is just like a monotonous hamster wheel. So it is scary. Absolutely, it's scary. However, I would say do something that you enjoy doing. That's the main thing. Secondly, weigh everything up. Everything in life is a risk. If being a millionaire was easy, then everyone would be a millionaire. There is a certain amount of risk involved and you've got to accept that. But it's for the brave. And if you're brave and if you believe in yourself and you've got a clear vision, I think that you're 75% of the way there. 25% might be luck. But as long as, you've got your head screwed on, I think that anything is achievable. I genuinely believe that anything is achievable. So I would just say go for it.
Be brave. I know one man who's got to be brave. This is part 2 of Where the Hop Gets a Chop. Look at this. The Hop. An hour and 20 minutes in the chair. It's the best haircut he's ever had. How are you feeling, Hop?
Sharper than ever.
Have you ever felt so sharp?
Never. I am delighted.
What are you rating it, Dan, out of 10?
Well, it's my salon, so 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10.
9 out of 10 for his own salon. Well, it's just,
It's not the haircut, it's the model.
And the
you
experience.
Get a 10 out of 10. Yeah, okay.
I got a head massage.
You did.
It was literally amazing. If you're in Sheffield, or even if you're not, just drive over to Sheffield, come to the Style Bar, get your hair cut. It's an experience that's not just a haircut, it's a whole lot more. So we're going to go and get a drink, but keep an eye out for Dan's show on E4. Dan, where can they keep an eye out for it?
Yeah, so if you follow the Style Bar on Facebook, more information will be coming.
Absolutely. And also keep watching this vlog because we're going to be catching up with Petch to see if he got the job. Going to be on FaceTime. Yes, Petch is here. Petch, how are you? We thought we'd check in on you. How was the interview?
The interview was good, man.
How do you think you got on?
Well, I got interviewed by a 12-year-old, not a 12-year-old, a 2-year-old girl.
A 2-year-old girl?
By a 2-year-old girl.
How did that? Well, do you want to just explain that because that sounds a bit dodgy to me.
That's weird.
The owner's little girl was in and out of the interview, well, mostly in the interview, so I figured if I made her laugh, I've got the job.
You definitely have, Petch. So do you reckon you've definitely got it?
Yeah, I think so. Everything seemed to go really well. I walked in with confidence, looked him straight in the eye, shook him the hands firmly, and answered the questions to the best of my ability.
There you go.
Petch, I'm happy for you, man. You seem upbeat. He seems happy, doesn't he?
Seem very happy.
Always upbeat, always upbeat.
So he's going to be, hopefully, this guy is now going to be out of the Piccadilly train station pub that, is ruining his life and somewhere much better and a nicer environment.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, Petch. Petch, we had a good meeting today. We met Dan. You'll meet him at some point. Very good guy. Going to go and have more meetings with him. Talks about his businesses, the TV production, the stuff that he's doing. Looked at the reality show that he's doing. Sean had his hair cut.
And a trim.
Had a trim at the...
Looking fresh.
The hop is fresh. Now going to go and speak to my mate Jonny. I thought let's bring a normal person on who's quit his job, the 9 till 5 grind, to set up a business of his own around a passion that he loves. And he's got a job now that he's happy with, like you're going to have. So we're going to go and do a kind of a Petch's Dice of Life / kind of chat wrap up. Got a question to ask Jonny you want us to include?
How did you get the courage to go about it?
How did he get the courage to go about it?
Let's go and find out.
Let's go and find out. Petchmeister, peace out.
Bye, mate.
Peace out.
Hop has turned into Petch. I'm like, Petch, are we on? But it's Hop. Hop, are we on? We are on. So, folks, right, I want to introduce you to a very good friend of mine, Mr. Jonny Wright. You might have heard me say it Petch in the car, depending on whether I cut that conversation or not. But we've been bringing on, like, special guests at the end of the vlog over the last few weeks that are famous people. And I know the famous people can tell their story and inspire people, and I want the watchers of the vlog to be inspired by those people, but I realise there's a disconnect between people who class themselves as regular people and class themselves as famous people, you know, and they'd be like, oh, well, it's all right for that famous person because they're dead rich, so they can quit their job, or they never had to quit their job, or just whatever it is. What I bring on, I'm not saying you're normal, Jonny, but one of my normal friends, basically, who has done something not normal recently, ordinary Jonny, doing something extraordinary, basically decided he was going to quit his job a few months back to go in on a passion of his, quit his well-paid job to set up his own business effectively, and maybe not earn quite as much so far, but get a lot more fulfillment out of it. Just tell people a little bit about what you've done, Jonny, and then we're going to discuss why you did it and the steps it took to do it.
Absolutely. So in short, I've set up a gaming cafe from an existing cafe. So board gaming and tabletop gaming is a passion of mine, as you well know, and it's been too long that I've been working for someone else's dream, and decided it was about time that I worked for myself, reap the benefits of the hard work that I do put in on a daily basis, and that's what's come out of it.
That's what's come out of it. Well, okay, so initially, just tell me about your old job. You used to do a job working in solar energy, yeah? Yeah,
so I'm a chartered chemical engineer, studied for 5 years to become a chemical engineer, worked for 7 or 8 years to achieve chartership, and I've now given that all up to essentially run a cafe and play with toy soldiers all day, which...
But I love it. So this is it, right? So he was earning, won't go into super detail, a lot of money doing a job building someone else's dream. Decided he was going to start building his own, and like he says, now gets to basically spend all day on his passion. Petch asked us in the car, one of the questions he wanted me to ask you was, where do you get the courage from initially to leave the safety and comfort of that job to go, right, I'm going to go into a world of complete uncertainty? You've never done catering before in your life. You're just like, but I'm going to tie this to my passion. How do you get the guts to do that in the first place?
I think, first of all, you have to have a plan. You have to know that you're going to come up with ideas, and you need to not jump at the first idea. I mean, we've spoke at length over the last, we've known each other, probably 10, 15 years now. We've spoke at length multiple potential business opportunities that we've shunned or talked ourselves out of. And we talked on the vlog last week about the 5 seconds and talking yourself out of an idea after 5 seconds. And I've done that many a time. We've just been reminiscing about some of the ideas we've had here in Urmston that people have now done and that are successful, and that could have been us doing that. I think what's important is making sure that you have a fallback plan, making sure that you have enough in place that you can pay the bills that you need to pay. For me, it was really important that I achieved my chartership. It was really important for me that I achieved my chartership, so I knew that I had something to fall back on if I decided that this wasn't for me, or if I decided that I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I was going to, or if I just didn't, didn't make a success of it. So my first piece of advice would be make sure that whatever it is you're going to do, that there's an option B, whether that be something...
Plan B, Sean. We spoke about plan Bs.
You've got to have a plan B, and if plan B fails, have a plan C. You can't be too fixed and too rigid and have the blinkers on and think, yes, okay, I want to achieve this goal. If you're static and rigid in how you're going to achieve that, then you're going to miss things either side. You're going to miss opportunities that come, and I think you've got to be flexible and open to the fact that ideas evolve.
So we were talking before when we were having our burgers that there's obviously a lot of work. You've now gone from a 9 to 5 job. This is what people don't understand with entrepreneurialism, is you've gone from a 9 to 5 job to a 24/7 job all day, every day. But what's your outlook on that work like? Because and I know in my business, every second I put into it, I'm benefiting from it. It doesn't feel like work. Do you feel like you're actually working still?
I think you've hit the nail on the head, really. it's gone from 9 to 5 to 24/7. I know that I sleep and think about and wake up and I've had thoughts about what I'm going to do the next day or ideas, especially at this early stages of the business. But for me, as you've just said, every ounce of work that I put in, every ounce of effort I put in, I'm reaping the benefit of, and I'm not working for someone else's dream anymore. I'm working for myself, and that the empowerment that gives and the sense of fulfillment and sense of achievement is far above and beyond what I've had working in any other role. Absolutely.
Yeah. How is that fulfillment affecting other areas of your life? Something I say a lot, guys, is every part of your life affects every part of your life. I know when I was working in a 9 to 5 job that I hated, that unfulfillment, that unhappiness was showing up in other areas of my life. Maybe I would take that out on family members. I would, it would affect personal relationships. It would affect the way I felt about myself. I might not have the motivation to go to the gym. That then impacts my life. I don't feel good about myself. Oh, I'm not in shape. That impacts how I show up to the world. You can't really decompartmentalize these things and think they're all separate. Your job doesn't affect your love life doesn't affect your job, etc., etc. How is that for extra fulfillment you're getting now impacting positively on other areas of your life?
I think in stark contrast to probably the last 6 to 9 months of work in my previous role, where I was unfulfilled, not particularly busy. I was working as a consultant, so particularly when I handed my notice in, I had very little work for the last 3 months of my employment. And I guess where I'm at now is that I'm very happy. I used to come home, I used to whinge to my girlfriend at work about how unhappy I was and how I wanted to change an element of my life. I knew that I had it within me to empower myself and become my own boss. I've always had that streak in me of entrepreneurialism. But the difference now, I guess, is I feel so much more fulfilled, so much happier that, yes, okay, at this point I'm earning less because I'm at the early stages of a business and any revenue that comes in is ploughed back into the business. What I'm getting out of that in terms of external happiness is so much more than I've had previously, and I would implore anyone who has an idea or a thought to give it a shot.
You talked about change there, and I know there's a lot of people watching this, and you probably wanted to change for a long time, but there are people stuck in that position where they're like, I am going to earn less or whatever, and the fear that comes around that. You said a quote before that I just want you to share with people, and we'll end it really on that, but what would you say to people who are, I asked this question at Dan before, who were just teetering on the edge of going, I feel like I'm on the precipice, I'm going to do this, but fear is trying to talk me out of it. What would you say in order to make that change?
I think, first of all, you're not looking for that light bulb moment of an idea that is going to, will change the world. You're looking for the idea that is going to change your world.
Boom. That's what I wanted you to say.
But that's exactly right. There are people in this world who have taken actions. We talked about Elon Musk. Elon Musk has changed the course of mankind. There's no doubt about that. I'm not going to do that. I might do, but I don't need to worry about the fact that I'm not going to do that. As long as I am fulfilled and I am happy and I'm doing what I want to do, and I know I've got no regrets, then what more can I ask for? I've got enough money to pay the bills. I'm doing what makes me happy. I've got all of the security I need. I've got all the fulfillment I need, and I've never been happier than I am now, particularly with regards to my work-life balance, my work situation.
Yeah. Because you felt the fear and you did it anyway, Jonny. Yeah, definitely. I just want to echo that again. I think it's a brilliant quote. You should definitely copyright that or whatever you want to do with it. But yeah, it's not about changing the world necessarily. It's all about changing your world. So once again, I just want people to focus on that. This week, leave comments in the comment section on this vlog. If you're watching on YouTube, leave them on Facebook, tweet us. I will get your social media details up as well. Jonny, on the screen, we've got Hops. Hop, do you want to add anything? Hop wants to go and watch the football, so he just says it's good and we're all done. So we're going to go and watch the football. I'm not a football fan whatsoever. But please, like we said at the start of this vlog, comment, share this, let us know you've watched it. It means the world to us that you're actually seeing this. The fact that you give us your time each week like ridiculously grateful for it. If there's anything we can do for you, reach out. And yeah, go and change your freaking world. We're going to be back for episode 27, Jonny. It's flying by. It's changed our world doing this, hasn't it? Going to be back for 27 next week, where Petch will be holding the camera again. Apologies if this has been a bit unsteady camera work. I'm not a cameraman. Petch will be back. And hopefully we'll get news that he's got his job hop. Fingers crossed. That'll, again, something small to change Petch's world. Thanks so much for being here, guys. Hop, come round just for the end line. Got to come in for that. Jonny, we do a countdown, you know it, don't you? You know it. I don't even need to tell him. I love it. He's what a great guest. I don't need to tell him. So, yeah, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you very soon. In 3, 2, 1. Bye for now.
Waiting for a change to set us free. Waiting for the day when you can be you and I can be me.
Thank you so much for watching this episode. It really would mean the world to me if you would leave a comment telling me what you enjoyed and what you would like to see more of next time. If you want to catch more episodes, head over to facebook.com/WatchRoss or youtube.com/WatchRoss. Make sure you subscribe and turn your notifications on. I'll be back real soon. Bye for now.
Petchmeister, it didn't record. Pretend we're doing it again. One sec, Hop. I've had to brief. I've had to brief Petch. He's had to get out. Right, now it's definitely recording.